to our spring work day at the Raptor Center. It's Winter Takedown Day, which is my personal Raptor Center favorite holiday, quite honestly, because all these things, the heated pads, the heated perches, the heated water bowls that we use all winter long that the birds need, this is the day that we take them all down. So all the cords, everything gets scrubbed down in the Raptor Center, and it's very exciting. So all the things that we put in last November, now that is April, this is kind of our schedule where we take everything down and get it cleaned up and put away and stored for the warm season. Okay, so I know this doesn't look like a very big roomy space, and it's not supposed to be. These perches are especially for our barred owl Oliver because he has a severe wing injury, so he needs to be able to get from perch to perch very, very easily, which makes it a little bit more tricky for us. But what I'm trying to do is I'm going to take this heated pad down, and this is actually a heated perch underneath here, and you can see that they have been busily messing with this. So my goal is to take this off and to put the new covering on. We're not going to put this green AstroTurf back. We're actually going to put it's called sisal. It's a kind of twine-ish rope, so that way they get a different cushion on their feet, because they do spend a lot of time in the sidewalks in the summer and in the winter. Okay, so we just had staples on the back. Now the heated perch has already been removed, so we've already put that away. Blow out the dander from the birds. This can just hang out, and then this perch is going to go back in. Or not. Maybe. Oh, I know. It's always a challenge because then you kind of forget. Okay, so now I'm going to take my rope, right, and I'm just going to wrap this whole entire thing. You see how skinny this rope is? It's going to take me a good chunk of time, but in the end they're going to have a nice stable perch they can use all summer long until next November, when we change it out and do the exact opposite. So the trick is to get it as tight as you possibly can, put those together as much as you possibly can, because if you don't, the talons can get stuck in there and it can be really uncomfortable for the birds. I know this may not seem like a form of enrichment, but anytime that there's something that changes or gets moved around, or a new different surface or new activity happening in their enclosure, it's actually a good thing for the birds. Some of them tolerate it more easily than others, but all of them benefit, even if they don't know it, all of them benefit from these changes that happen seasonally in the Raptor Center. Slowly but surely, it's happening. It's all for you, Oliver and Stuart. So not only do we have a lot of curious people come by in our work days and want to know what we're doing and all that entails in caring for these birds, sometimes the birds themselves get curious about their neighbors. So Artemis here, the turkey vulture, loves checking in on his barred owl neighbors to see exactly what we're up to. one was really easy, but I just want you guys to know that we do hand cut with this saw all of the other perches in here. So, you know, Seneca's perch, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's like this big in diameter, and we cut it with this guy. So, just saying, we have lots of lumberjack skills.
So Tootie, what are you doing right now?
I am scrubbing nasty remains off of wire-covered hoses. And it's so much fun. We just think they had fun all winter long.
I'm cleaning a disgusting football.
But it'll make things safer and healthier and happier for our polar birds. But what's left? Although you should see the apple.
Okay, so some of the other things that we do on our Raptor Center winter takedown work day, which is what we're working on. I know you saw me re-wrap another perch, but we'll also redo little perches like this one back here. We are right now in Havoc's enclosure, and what you can't see from the front is that there's this panel and it pops out here, and this panel, both of these are insulated sides. So in the winter time, we'll put a heated pad here and a heated pad here. So when you come to the Raptor Center, especially in the winter, you go, where is that bird? He's usually tucked back here where it's insulated, it's out of the wind, and he has all this warmth here too. But since he spends a lot of time on this perch, we have to replace his matting. So this is the one that I just took out, and if you can kind of see all that stuff coming out? I know I've done this a couple times already, so that's not even the worst of it. But he eats here, he poops here, he spends a lot of time, and so he really needs to get bleached down something fierce. So at any rate, so that's one of the things that we did, and this one is clean. And then this upcoming November, we'll switch it out again so that he has a nice clean surface to perch on and stay warm at. Rather do the barred owl perch than this one. But same kind of concept, only it's a little bit faster. So these heated perches are what we've been pulling out of these enclosures. Now, there's no online store that says, you know, heated perches are us. We actually need to be very inventive and creative with our purchasing for the Raptor Center, which confuses a lot of people. If you ever wandered through the Home Depot or Lowe's and how can I help you? I don't know. I'm looking for something for a heated perch for a Raptor Center, for a barred owl for the winter time. You don't get a lot of good responses. However, see, a piece of my other gold. However, you can get some things in creative. So these things that we call our heated perches are actually damp chasers. That's the name of the company. And they're supposed to be for closets and other small areas so they don't get musty, and they just have just enough heat. And they're supposed to be on all the time. However, I don't think we have any idea how useful their product is to a place like ours. It helps all the birds stay warm, especially diurnal birds like the eagle or the red tails. They don't have any feathers on their feet, so they need a way to stay warm in the wintertime. And even though, you might think all these birds are native, they're all from this area, they have ways of naturally keeping themselves warm, which they certainly do. A lot of times you'll see them hunched down over their feet in the wintertime. It's a way, tiny squeeze. It's a way to keep them, nice and warm and protected. However, with our birds, since they're all injured in some way, and most of them are precarious. Most of them are a little bit older than what they would have reached out in the wild. We need to be really respectful of that and keep them safe in the wintertime. Again, switching out from winter to spring, so it's all part of it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, all right. So we had to wrap that to keep that secure, even though Murray's just a little bird, but we don't want him to get into any dangerous situations with his perch. But now with that wrapped on the dowel rod, things should be good for the next 6 months until the winter time.